Hi, how are you? I'm here with a video on air conditioning repair. So if you're having the same issue that I'm having, follow along with some of the troubleshooting steps and the repair, hopefully, of my air conditioning system. I set it on 78 when I left for work this morning, and I get home and the joker's in the 80s. I made sure it was still set to cool and that the fan was in auto. I stepped outside and the fan wasn't running. Then I checked the breaker. This 30 amp breaker was tripped. So first things first, you want to check the filter. So I used to write the filter dates on the side of the filter, but I've since started putting them on this index card so I can just recycle it. Looks here like it hasn't been changed in about a year and a half, a year and several months, so it's definitely due. You can always tell too when you have that card in there. It gives you a comparison there. You could tell there's a lot of debris on this filter. So it'd probably just be best to run it without the filter for now. No one replaced that filter in a long time, and no one bought any new filters for this job, so we're going to let it run like this for a bit. So I looked inside with a flashlight. The electrical connections look good from here. Next, I pulled the fuse to run a test. So then I turned both breakers off for the evaporator and the compressor condenser and reset them both. Then I told her to cool on down. So I waited a few minutes until it was calling for the compressor, and I plugged the fuse in and looked real quick to see if anything was sizzling or popping, or don't smell, see, or hear anything too bad. I dug the drain line out. It was underground. So it's not too dirty in here. There's a few saplings. I think there's some rust. So this here is what was corroded last time. Several years ago I reworked all these terminals. Looks like I might have forgot to put the cap back on, so might be time to do that again. An unrelated casualty. Okay, I had to wait for better lighting, but now it's going to be a lot easier to see. I'm going to test out the compressor. Got both breakers in the on position. I'm going to set the unit to cool. I'm not seeing the coil draw in. Okay, it should have 24 volts going to it now. The thermostat inside is calling for it to cool. We've got our disconnect out so the fan and the compressor don't run, but we're still looking to see 24 volts on this starter. She doesn't feel too crazy weird. I'm thinking it's the thermostat, but to test that, we're going to bypass the thermostat. So This is very dangerous. I don't recommend doing it this way. We're gonna see if it goes. Let's give her another test. She is purring like a kitten. Okay, so these pins are too corroded to remove to even check to see if the compressor is good or not. So we're kind of at a stopping point. So tune in for the next video. We'll be installing a window unit right here. I'll put a window air conditioning unit and get this place cooled down. Alright, see you guys then.